Elvira, welcome to Head Over Heels.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. It's been a long time since we've met, actually. I think we were just talking about it 8 years ago we first met while you're doing your thing.
While I was doing something, yes.
Yeah, so for our listeners who may be listening to this and getting to know you for the first time, how would you introduce yourself today?
Well, I'll start off with the heavy stuff, why don't we? For me, I wouldn't even know because I'll just say I'm a storyteller and a performer in that sense. So for me, it's always perform, storytelling, sometimes in music, sometimes in text. So it really does depend. It's such a broad question when someone asks, what do you do?
Yeah.
Depends on which hat today.
So what hat are we having today?
Today is storytelling.
Yeah, and I can't wait. So here's some context, right, you guys? Obviously, on the podcast, we always have to find guests that we know are healers and our feelers would love. And of course, all of us here in this room. So your name popped up and everyone was telling me, Maggie, we heard this story from Elvira. Do you know Elvira? I'm like, yeah, of course I know her. Oh my God, you need to listen to her story. And I'm like, what story? Now, we don't want to tell you and give you spoilers, but we have to get her on the pod. Can we make that happen? I'm like, yes, please text her right now. So that's why you're here today to talk about it. And let me just preface it a little. I think we all have that one love story.
Yeah.
We all have that one love story. Whether it was in your past, it is a love that you're currently living and loving, or a love that you wish you have. So, Elvira, if you could walk us back in time to your first love.
So my first love was... I was a teenager. So that was where it was. And it was a slow kind of love because we knew each other for so many years. And we met each other when we were much, much younger. And as we progressed, things popped up. I think we'd liked each other at first glance. And over time, certain things happened and that changed the trajectory of our lives.
How old were you guys when you met?
He was 3 years older than me. So when I met him, I was a kid.
Kid?
Yeah. Because we church mates.
Oh.
So when we met, but there was nothing there at that time. I just liked hanging out. You know, as a kid, you see someone that is interesting or that listens to you and you suddenly start gravitating to that person because you feel seen and heard. And that was what it was with him. And over time, it progressed into something deeper.
So what is that something deeper?
I didn't know what love was like that, but that was love.
What
it
was
a slow kind of old school falling in love as opposed to I see you and I fall in love. No, it wasn't love at first sight. It was love at slow burn.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I have experienced that.
Yeah. But what about this one? How did it progress and where are you guys now?
He passed.
What do you mean?
He passed in 2019. He had a heart attack. Yeah. So, in story, it was we met, we slowly fell in love, and over time, we fell in love to the point that we wanted to be together, and we were together for a while. And then something happened in which we couldn't be together, and over the years, as in from my teens, because that was when I was a teenager, when we were both teenagers. And then in our 20s, the check-ins, those you can mark them if you have a timeline.
Your milestones in life?
Them. Yeah, and every milestone, he was always there.
No.
Yeah.
But you guys were together or not really?
We were not together.
Okay.
It was one of those things where literally, it was either I was in a relationship or he was in a relationship kind of thing with other people. So it was really yeah.
You're living that show. Was it One Day? Did you watch that show?
No,
they
I don't
didn't
think so.
ever end up being together because they're always with somebody else. And,
yeah.
And when they finally do, something happens and they just, wait a second. Please continue.
That was it. That was pretty much it. Literally right until the very end.
So,
thank
but
God I have this pillow. I just want to hug it. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like, how does it make you feel talking about it now?
It's part of my story. It's part of my journey. It doesn't bug me. I mean, of course, there are days when I have my low days.
Yeah.
But this was one of those stories that I wouldn't trade for $1 million
Yeah.
in any given currency.
And what? And then you said he passed. Like, how did you find out? Like, what was that?
So we were actually gonna meet that night. There was a party, and we were all gonna meet, and we had spoken a couple of weeks before, and I said, I need to tell you something. And he was like, and it was, reciprocated. It's like, yeah, we need to talk. And yeah,
He never
it
showed
is what
up.
it is. No, he did.
He did.
At the morgue.
No, Elvira.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what was it you wanted to tell him? If
That
you
it
are
was
okay to
him.
share. Sorry?
That it was him. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We're just at the start.
Yeah.
And I'm already
I'm
crying.
like,
Oh, so sad.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it is.
And how many years is this love story? Like, how, if you could just quantify it for us. Holy shit, I'm already crying. What the heck, guys?
I did not expect to get this emotional this fast. It's well over 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you could see him right
Just
now,
about 30 plus years. Yeah,
what would you say?
I don't think I'd say anything. I think I'd just hold him.
You just hold him. You know, sometimes in life, such is life, right?
Yeah.
People come in and out of your life, yes, but there will be some people that will always leave the kind of mark that you are so happy for it to be there. Like, I'm happy I have this scar. Like, it's okay.
Yeah,
It is who it is what made me who I am.
I wouldn't change it.
You
like I said
wouldn't want to
earlier.
change a thing about it.
No,
So that was your first love.
Honestly, I wish we would actually get together, but sometimes that's not in your cards. Or maybe it's not in the cards for this lifetime. Who knows?
Oh, wow. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry to hear. Like, I don't know how to lose someone you love, not just because you guys can't be together, but they're no longer here.
It is. Yeah. If anything, that taught me to, and then the pandemic kind of solidified, because he passed right before the pandemic. And then the pandemic kind of solidified this thought process, which is if I like something, or if I like someone, or if I want something, or if I admire something about someone, just say it. I don't not say it anymore. Like, I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
Because that's my next question.
Yeah.
How did that change you?
That. Yeah.
Like, you will not hold back anymore.
No.
And how did that change the love that came after that? Or the way you love?
There hasn't been one.
You haven't found anyone since here?
No. Because we hit in the pandemic.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've been single since then.
Do you think...
I was single just slightly before that as well. So, yeah, I know. And I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Okay, right. So, let's just say in an alternate universe that he is still around. Would you want to be together with him?
Oh, hell yes. If he wants to, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. If it's in the cards, if it's... We don't know what life or where life takes us in the multiverse. Let's go with that. Yeah. So we don't know. Maybe in the multiverse, we don't like each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But if it's this present me and that present him, yes.
But do you not long for love?
Yes, but I'm not going to settle. Does that make sense? I do want love, but in a way that it's meant to be, not in a way that is, like, how do I put settled? It's
yeah. I think a lot of us say, let's not settle for less. Don't settle for.
It's not even settle. It has to fit. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like trying to put that into words. Like, what do I mean by settle?
Yeah.
I guess for me, it's I want something that will challenge me. I want a person that is my person, that puts me first, and that I get to put first, because all my partners will always put first. Wasn't always the case in return, but again, I don't blame anybody.
Yeah.
We can only show up in the way that we know to show up. And I know to show up like this. So for me, when I say I'm not going to settle, is I'm not going to be with someone because I don't want to be lonely. That's what I mean. That's what it means. I'm not going to be with someone just because I don't want to be lonely. No, I will never do that. I'm not going to, swipe on the apps and go like, oh, I need someone to cuddle with tonight. Come over and do it. No. Number one, I'm too old for games. Number two, I don't like games. Mm-hmm. If that's what you want, say it up front, straight up. And if I'm in the mood for it, sure. But if I'm not going to settle for that. But at least we have our priorities. We've got the boundaries laid out very clearly. I'm not saying that we don't need a cuddle person once in a while. Of course we do. We're humans.
Yeah.
But that's not what I want long term.
You know what's funny? Because obviously the love that you're talking about, that you're breaking it down for us, is so rare in today's world. Like situationship is not a rare commodity anymore. No. Everyone is it. You throw a stone, that guy is a situationship. Yeah. This one is a almost situationship. Yeah. That one is like, I don't know what we are. Like,
and that's the thing. It boils down to people communicating. I want to be considered. I don't want to be compensated for. I don't want to be your compensation for loneliness against loneliness. And because we have this new thing, I was laughing about it the other day with a couple of friends. What do they call it now? What? The loneliness pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, it's a thing. So the boys were talking to me about it, as they do, only because for them, I walk both worlds. I'm a girl, but also have a guy brain, which is... I mean, I was raised like that. I was brought up with guys. My dad was my closest ally. I was close to my mom as well, but my dad. So for me, my brain is very logical. That doesn't mean I'm not emotional, but emotion doesn't rule me in that sense. So they have fun talking to me, and they were asking like, what do I do with this? It's everybody around me is in this loneliness pandemic. So to them, they're just looking for the next smash and grab. And I'm like, yeah, well, what's your objective? Because if that's the case, if it's a smash and grab, then get a toy. It is what it is. But, we have access to that. Yeah. My generation was the sock. But
no!
I live with boys. It is what it is. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wait, you remember those? I don't want to know. Never mind. We're moving on.
I don't know why I know what you're talking about. Why do I know what you're talking about?
I don't know. Yes. Now, Maggie, is that something you need to tell me?
I watch movies.
Sure. Okay. Let's go with that. Wow, your cheeks turn red. I love it.
Why do I know? Oh my God.
Don't ask questions.
I'll reflect on myself, okay?
Yes, later you reflect. It's like, child, what the hell? Yeah, no. So we were having this conversation. It's like, how do I figure this out? Yeah. And I'm like, firstly, know what you want. And a lot of boys don't want to acknowledge what they want. There's a difference. They want one of two things. They either want someone to mother them. Again, not right, not wrong, huh? Because we girls have the daddy thing as well. So, it really is not, there is no right or wrong. You just have to know and be real with yourself. And a lot of people don't do that. For whatever rhyme or reason. And I seek authenticity. I don't need you to be fixed. I need you to be fixing yourself.
That's a difference.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because none of us, we will only be fixed when we're in the grave.
That is true. We are all a work in progress.
If you're seeking perfection, I don't need that. I want you to be perfect in your imperfections, as I am stupidly perfect in my imperfections. Not that I'm perfect, huh? I'm just, I don't type perfect the way other people do. I type PURRFECT. I'm perfect. Because yes, don't come to me, darling, I will come to you. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and it's funny. But yeah, so for me, the boys were like, I was talking to one of your friends about this, and our mutual friend, and who puts up on her socials her dating saga.
Oh yes.
So I was talking to her about it, and I was like, I'm tired of the swipe. I'm going to delete these apps, and I've already deleted two. One, which sucks because our consensus does not like that app, so they have deleted it from the thing. And that's the only app that was working for me, but enough about that. So all the apps, I've just gotten rid of them, right? And there's one more, unfortunately, because my phone accidentally went into subscription. So I'm like, the Asian mentality came through. Don't waste money. Continue until subscription finished. Cancel already, cancel. So yeah, like even then, my bio is very, very, very concise and very precise. And then that opener is very, very specific. It's like, know what you want.
Yeah.
Just know what you want and speak your mind. I am that kind of person. Just say it. And even when I meet people, I will just say like, okay, when they ask the superficial questions, I'm like, what do you actually want to know? And they're like, what do you mean? Because then they get caught like, and I'm like, no, you have a question. You just don't know how to get there. I can see it behind your eyes. So just ask that question instead of doing those nonsense questions leading up to that.
Yeah.
You don't even have a game plan for that. So just ask that question. And then they get, I don't know if the word's intimidated. I think
I was going to say intimidated.
Yeah. But I don't do it the way I'm doing it now.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm like, a lot of people assume that just because I look, I don't want to use that word, but there's no other word.
What's the word?
Dominating. Or just because I look dominating or I look son doesn't mean that that's what I am. Persona outside, persona inside are two very different things.
Yeah.
All of us have the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of dating apps, right? I feel like it is, okay, with social media especially, is it giving us the illusion that we have so many options?
Yes, 100%.
And we think there's so many options, but we still cannot find.
No, there are options. You're just looking in the wrong place.
Break it down for me.
Okay, so this is something I was talking about as well. When I was growing up, we both come from different generations per se, okay? Even though we...
For context-wise...
Age-wise.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in my 40s. I'm in my mid-40s. So, it is what it is. And you're not in the same age bracket with the age bracket, okay?
Yeah.
I'm one short of the retirement one. Yeah. I am. The next, when you're filling up the age, the bracket. So I'm one short of the retirement age. Hi, what's up? So going back to that, right?
So much.
The way I grew up is we had three places, all of us, right? We have school and we have home, but we have a third place.
What is third place?
Exactly. So the third place for me was the padang.
The field?
The field, where we'd go and play football, play tag, play catching, throw the tennis ball at each other just to see who can throw the longest and hurt the worst, and back then we had water gun, we had all kinds of things, right? Yeah. And then you also had that playground that was half falling apart with rust and everything else. So it was a game of who's going to die tonight kind of shit. Shiitake mushroom, sorry. I have niece, she doesn't like me cursing, so I have names for every word. So, your generation's third place is the gym. That is not a place that you can be social at. So my generation, we had this TV show called Cheers, right? Where you walk in, everybody knows your name. Or your favorite cafe, where the moment they see your face, they smile at you. Don't even have to order anymore.
They order for you.
They know your order.
They know your order.
Correct. This generation lacks that. And because you don't have the third space, right? You don't have a circle of people that will, number one, be your mirror and go like, the hell you doing, child? Or go like, yes, that's how you do it. Hold you accountable. You don't have that. You have different groups of people that you go to for different needs.
Yes.
Not right, not wrong. The difference is when we were younger, those people were the same people. But within the same group, but different people for different things. Right. So this fella is going to call me out.
Yeah.
And go like, what the hell are you wearing? Kind of shit. And the other person is going to go, no, that is your cheerleader. And that person, whatever you're doing, even if you're about to, like, you're holding the murder weapon, yes, go for it. We'll figure it out later. That person. Or in these days' terms is, we need to take a car and we need a shovel and, don't ask questions kind of thing, for that context. We don't have that third place. So you need that third place. And a lot of people think it's the gym, but how much do these gym people know you?
No, you're doing your own thing with your own headphones.
Correct. I'm not saying it's a bad place, and that they are not friends. Some of them actually, become actual good friends. But in what setting? You have passions and stuff like that, but no, it's not teaching you anything other than releasing and regulating. You need a space where you can just hang and regulate before you go home or go to work or come back from work, that kind of thing. We don't have that in this generation. We used to have clubs where you'd have happy hour. These days, kids don't like drinking out. Again, I don't blame them because it's bloody expensive.
Yeah, expensive.
But what we like doing now, I said generation, no, it's not a generational thing, but what my group of friends like doing is house parties. Just, going over for dinner and just having that. The younger generation, unfortunately, I've asked this, like, okay, do you want to come over for dinner? And the answer is, but why? Let's go check out this new restaurant. Let's go and check out this new place. And I'm like, but sayang, why? No, then we can take photos. Oh, you want for the gram? Okay. I understand.
Guilty.
Yeah, again, not right, not wrong.
Different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. You can do that, but on certain days of the month, not every damn day.
No, I think what you just said earlier about not having the same circle of friends for everything, but having a different circle of people or group of people for different things. Okay, I'm asking from my own personal perspective because I feel like I don't have that one big circle for everything.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
But I do have different people for different things.
Yes.
How is that bad?
It's not bad.
Not good for
It depends though.
Yeah.
So it's only bad when... I'm not saying it's bad. It's not.
Yeah.
It's only bad when the moment that person calls you out on something, you change that person to someone else. Then that's not good. It means you're looking for someone to speak your narrative. That is where that's an issue. And let's say you have an issue with this person A, for example, right? Who you go to for emotional support. Yeah. And person A calls you out, right? And goes like, Maggie, Elvira, what are you doing? And really calls you out, like calls you to task, right? On what you're doing and lays your shiitake mushroom bare, right? Then you don't like what you're hearing because, and what are we supposed to do? What are we called to do? To know knowledge and to pass it on, to share, to make each other better. If our interactions don't make you better, as in give you any kind of knowledge, it can be even a simple thing as change the way you drink your soup and you will feel so much better about yourself. As opposed to bongkok your head and drink soup like this, just, it's different. Something as simple as that, right? You interact to change a person, to teach a lesson, to do that. If you have a person and that person is your mirror, because what are we called to be to each other other than mirrors, right? And if you're that mirror, you don't like what it's saying, you change the mirror lah. Then that says something about you. Yeah. Because you're not wanting to be a better person, you just want your narrative maintained. It's like, there was one person who asked me this once. Hey, everybody is saying that this thing that I wrote is about this situation. But it's not right. No, right? I mean, I wrote because it's my story lah. But I wasn't writing about that. And I'm like, yes, you were. And they didn't quite like what they heard.
They keep seeking for what they want to hear and what
they want to hear. Exactly. So and that comes also from phrasing a question a specific way. Because you go like, but it's not like that, right? Means you want the person to agree with you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And when the person next to you, person A, for example, disagrees with you or calls you out on that, then it's not them calling you out. No, it's you being triggered by what they're saying.
Sorry, do you mind repeating that again?
No, so if you feel triggered by something that someone is saying.
Someone close to you.
Someone who has the right to speak in that manner to you, right? It's not them that is the issue. It's your trigger that is the issue. It's your reaction to it. Why are you reacting that way? Are you reacting that way because you don't like what they're saying, but do you actually not like what they're saying? Or is it calling out something within you
that really needs
to be worked on?
Oh.
So whenever someone says something to you, it's not about them, it's about you.
And a lot of the times we're so quick to blame. What do you mean? No, what do you mean? I don't think so.
You're being defensive then.
Yeah, we get into
the moment I hear myself being defensive, I'm like, wait, defense coming up, hold on. Wait. And my friends will go like, and I have worked hard to curate my friends. Okay,
Oh.
I work very hard. I'm very proud of the people that are still in my inner circle.
I love.
And I never used to understand this, speaking about aging and decades, right? In my teenage years, my cousin used to ask me this question, and I used to find it really annoying. He'd be like, "How many friends do you have?" And I'd say, I have this friend, name names. And he goes, "Wow, really? That many? You're lucky." So I'm like, why? If you can have 5 friends, at the end of the day, you're considered, that's gold. That's precious metal. And I never understood. I'd be like, whatever, that kind of thing. I was young.
Yeah.
In my 20s, that number lessened. Mm-hmm. Understood it. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. In my 30s, he asked me that question again, and I was like, and then I named the people that I had, and he was like, oh, that's good.
I feel like, oh my, there's so many questions in my head right now.
We have time.
We do have time. I think I have friends. I do have friends everywhere. But I don't think I have that inner circle, one group of friends that can all hang out all together at the same time because they're all from different places and circle.
That's true though. And that's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. How do you cultivate, like you said, you're so good at curating your friend group and your friends. How do we go about doing that? Because I feel like it is a skill and it's not something that everyone knows how to do. We talk about friendship fallouts all the time, but we don't talk enough about how do we retain and enrich our friendships. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, if you've been here for a while, you would know that we've been growing the podcast on our own for a while now. And one way you can really support us is by subscribing to our channel, following us on social media, and interacting with us. Leave a like, comment, react, anything if any of the episodes resonates with you. Even better yet, if you love it, share it so that we can reach more people like you. I know they're just small gestures, but they mean the world to us, and I know they will leave a big impact.
2 things. Are they good time friends or low time friends? Are they the friends that will rah-rah you and cheer you on when you're having fun? Are they also the friends who will rah-rah you when you're crying? And rah-rah can be in different ways. Rah-rah can be literally just handing you the tissue and being completely silent and holding space for you. And a lot of people say holding space, but they don't understand what holding space is. Holding space is very simple. You're literally taking space in your hand and not manipulating it. And when I say that, I mean, you're not trying to guide the silence. You're not trying to guide whatever is going on. You're not trying to push it a certain way because you feel uncomfortable. No, you're sitting down with your friend who is broken and breaking, and in your unease and because if we're really friends with someone, we want to save them from the pain. Yeah. In that unease, in that deep unease, you are comfortable enough to sit down in that uneasy sandbox and pin that, I'll come back to sandbox. You are comfortable enough to sit down in that sandbox with your friend, hold their hand, and let them be whatever they need to be.
Even if it's towards the wrong direction?
Sure.
Really?
If you want to discuss it, go. I will say go. If you want, let's go wrong direction. Okay, let's go with that example. You're in a situation, in a relationship that is wrong. Really? And that is really just toxic for you. And you're not learning the lessons that you need to learn, but you still want to be in it. I'll say sit down in the sandbox. My dad used to say this, and sandbox is in kindergarten sandbox, exactly where your mind went when I said sandbox. Sit in that sandbox. But really sit in it, dig into it, bury your feet in it, sit. Don't try and dust off the sand. Sit in it. Feel the sand. Sit with your own shit. Yes. Right. Sit with your shiitake mushroom. Sit with other people's shiitake mushroom in said sandbox. Sit. And when I say sit in it, I mean go to the full extent of that emotion. I want to be with this toxic person. Okay, let's discuss it. Why do you want to be with this toxic person? Is it because you want toxic? You want misery? You want misery with your company? Is that what you want? Is that where you want to go with this? Because if that is, then great, let's do it. But own it. Half the time, we don't realize what we want. We just know what other people are telling us what we want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think a good example of that is definitely like seeing a good friend of yours being in a, say, relationship that you know is not good for them. And sometimes it's so hard because you do not, at some point, you no longer know how to be there for them because, like, look, I told you like a million times this person is not good for you, yet you still choose to be. Like, how then in that situation, how do I be that friend to still support, knowing that it's not something I agree with? It's not something that I am for it, and I do not want my dear friend to be in it. How can I be that friend?
Ask them questions. Don't tell them what to think. Ask them what to think.
Stop.
Ask. Ask.
Like, what kind of question?
For example, if going back to the
Yes.
relationship that you don't like or that you see is bad for that friend, go like, what is it about them that does things for you? They have to give you the answers. They have to come to the answers themselves. You can't tell them shiitake mushroom in that situation.
Yeah.
Because they are there. It's like horse blinds. When we're in a situation, we're not going to see it for what it is because we are in the sandbox.
Yes.
We're not going to see what's in the sandbox. We're not going to see the nails that's coming out from the border of the sandbox. We're not going to see nothing. So we're in the box. So we need to pay attention to it. We need to be made aware of what's in that sandbox. But sometimes we don't see it. So if you ask the questions, you can lead a horse to to water, but you can't make the horse drink.
Yeah.
You can only ask the horse, you're thirsty, what do you want to do about it?
Yeah, because I recently had a conversation with someone really close to me. And the person was not being treated well by the partner. And I told them what to do. I didn't ask questions. So that was very helpful, what you just shared.
It's not right. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's what you knew.
Yeah, and it's out of love that, no, you get out of it. Get out. What you doing? But yeah, you're right. It's better to ask questions than to tell them what to do.
My dad is the wisest person I've ever met. And the thing that he said to me is, when you're in a situation repeatedly, have you learned the lesson?
And if they haven't, they will still have to stay in it till they
Correct.
learn.
You have to learn the lesson. Sometimes you think you've learned the lesson, but if you're going over the same situation, like, why am I facing this thing? Every time I'm in the same situation, did you learn the lesson?
So that's why they're still there, because the lesson has not been learned.
Because you might have learned the lesson. The lesson has 6 letters. You might have learned less, but the O and N you haven't figured out yet, and the full stop. You are looking at it from very different eyes. And then I will literally go like, okay, universe, I'm done. I don't know what it is. Can you like point me in the direction? Like I'm 5, that kind of thing. And just say it. A lot of us say things internally. We don't realize, number 1, words matter. Number 2, when you say things inside, it becomes your narrative. But if you verbalize that, sometimes to the wall, sometimes to a person who's just listening. I call up my friends and go like, I need a listening board. Okay. How long? I don't know, a few minutes? Okay. I'll call you back. Okay, again. And then when they do, okay. And then I'm like, okay, go. All right. More often than not, you'll figure it out because you have a safe space to just bleh.
Yeah. And that safe space is so important. Right?
Oh, and that's what I mean by holding space. And a lot of people don't understand that. They go like, what's holding space? Literally just taking the space that is needed. If they need to cry, sit down there and just let them cry. Don't go, be strong. Don't go, it's okay. Don't go, there's a reason for it. Don't go, there's a better thing out there, to fish in the sea. All these things that people like to say, don't. Again, the only reason why we say it is because that we don't know what to say in that situation. For example, like in death, we have fantastic lines in death, but don't say anything. If you really want to be there for someone when they're struggling, don't do what you want to do. Do what they need done. If they're crying and broken, take them to the sink, wash their hair.
Yeah.
Put them in the tub, clothes and all, take out the phone, of course. And let the water just go down on them, because water is so healing.
Yeah.
Walk with them outside. Just take them out. They don't want to walk. Never mind. Hold their hand. Just walk. Don't say anything. Just walk. And you be the person, because their eyes will be completely blind. They won't see a car coming. In fact, they might even gravitate towards it because they don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Not right, not wrong. They're not suicidal. They're just tired and frustrated.
Life is simple, but we make it complicated.
Hell yes.
Right?
That's exactly it. So going back to what you said earlier about situationships, right?
Yeah.
We all love that new term, situationship. Right? But it's really simple.
It used to be something else before.
Correct. It was
What was
it was what was it? Complicated.
Yeah.
Why do we like complicated?
Remember when...
Situationship. Why do we like long words?
Can I just say,
Sure.
I don't know if you guys remember, Facebook at one point, the relationship status, it's complicated. That
was a thing.
That was a thing. It's the same thing in different words. Situationship.
It is. Just added an extra syllable.
So yeah, it's back to situationship.
No, yeah, but what is it? What's a situationship? It's choosing to allow someone else to dictate your wants or your needs because you prefer to settle as opposed to having the hard conversations.
So how can we then, like, I know the person listening to this episode right now, there is somebody in a situationship right now, 100%. How can they then, one, get out of it, and two, not find themselves in another one again?
Ask the questions. I think we've been taught from school, I remember, I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I was a kid growing up in school, right? Some teachers used to say, like, when I'd ask questions, I'm the auntie asking questions all the time. I'm that kid. Not the but why, but I'm like, no, but what does that mean? Like when you say this sentence, what does this word mean? Because going back to one of my favorite movies, I don't think it means what you think it means. Okay.
Is that the movie?
No, there's a movie. It's that quote is from Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies. So watch it. You will love it. So many pop culture references there. Ask the questions. Ask the tough questions. To me, it's very simple. Are we in this because you need a roster?
Oh.
Are we in this because you like how I feel?
Oh.
Or you like how you feel when you're with me? Are you in this because you're gravitating towards me? Ask the questions. Because everybody fears rejection. It's normal.
Yep.
Everyone fears rejection. Even in the grave, we still fear rejection. Are we going up or are we going down? We don't know. It's still about rejection. Like, where are we going? Am I going to be in purgatory? Damn. Again. But it boils down to the basic thing. If you don't ask the question, you're going to live in your head with this 10,500, conversation that's going on. Does he like me because of this? Does she like me because of this?
Is he liking my story because he likes me?
Does she like my nails? I mean, I think it might be girly, but and you think it's a girl thing? No, darling. This insecurity and crazy ass narrative is not gender based.
It's human.
It's human.
Yeah.
Everybody has it. The difference is the boys will go, but what if? Yeah. Because boys were taught from a very young age to not cry, to not feel, to not anything, just go.
Yeah.
So all their emotions that they do have, they don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
So you end up with adults who are dysregulated and don't know what to do with their anger, which is why I teach my godkids, like, if you're feeling a lot of anything, take my hand and squeeze it. Mama, I hurt you. Don't care, just do it. Do it to Papa, do it to Mommy. Just squeeze.
Yeah.
And then we'll know you're dysregulated.
A physical release.
You
is so
need
important.
release. As humans, why do you think we like the weighted blanket? Hello?
I love it. Oh my God, I recently got one and I'm like, oh my God, life-changing.
Because we need that weight. It's regulating.
Yeah.
It's to regulate because your body needs that. Again, it boils back to that third space. What a lot of us used to do in that third space, like I said, the padang, right? As a kid, play sports. Throw things at each other.
Actually, my therapist tells me to do things.
Yes.
Especially after a heavy session.
Yes.
She'll be like, okay,
go and
Maggie,
do something physical.
What do you have after this?
Yeah.
If you have time, go to the gym, just do something.
Get
if
something,
you need to
sweat,
jump,
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that physical release is good for you.
Yes. As a vocal coach, that's exactly what I do with my students. Before they go up and say, I'm feeling so nervous, jump. Take off your shoes and jump like a monkey. Just jump. Get rid of that energy.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes in my gowns to the detriment of my my stylist and my makeup artist and go, "You're sweating." I'm like, "I need to jump." And they'll be like, "Okay, fine, do it.
Yeah.
You have 2 minutes." And then I'll just go crazy. Even my counts, I'll just go crazy.
Yeah.
You need to regulate, but you need to be aware of what you need to do to regulate.
Yeah. So ask the question.
Yes. Girl, ask the question. Boy, ask the question.
And if they cannot answer that question,
then okay, you have the answer. I'm like, you don't have to tell me now. Think about it. No question needs an immediate response. None. Not a single question needs an immediate response. Except, if I die and become a worm, will you still love me? Yeah. The only answer to that is, darling, if you die, I will still love you. Yes. And if it's a worm, I will give you the best earth so that you will have food for the rest of your life.
Huh.
Yeah. Meet people where they need to be met. A lot of guys, a lot of people, a lot of girls, it's not a gender thing, will dismiss that question. It boils down to one thing. Are you considering them?
does breakup ever get easier?
No, never. What is a breakup? The word is there, it's break. Every break is going to hurt. It's never not going to hurt. The only time it doesn't hurt, right, is when you have been in pain for so long that you become numb. So you think it doesn't hurt, but it does.
It hurts in different ways. It's going to come back and hurt you.
It's like water.
Time. Yeah.
Water will always find a way to get out. Always.
So
deal with the pain. I love what Angelina said when she was asked at the time of her of
Angelina
one of
Jolie
many situations. Yes, like my friend, you know. So I love what she said, and I love that I say Angelina, and all of us in the room went to one name, one face.
That is true. Jolie.
Oh, sick. Okay, so now go back to the thing. She said, someone asked, "How do you deal with pain?" And she just looked at the camera and smiled, and she said, "Sit with it and walk right through it. Don't avoid it. Don't run from it. Run to it." Which boils down to what I said earlier about the sandbox. If you are in pain, sit in the pain. Sit in it, experience it to the full extent of the pain. Don't run from it. And if you need to run from it, fine. Stand up, dust yourself, get the sand out of all the little bits and pieces and cracks and crevices, and concentrate on one step, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and that's it. There's nothing else that you can do.
Pain's not going to go away just because you want it to.
Pain never goes away. Which is why 10 years down the line, if you haven't dealt with that pain, right, when you hear that person's name, you're going to go back to square one. However, if you have, and by dealing, I mean just experience it. Yes, I grieve the life that I thought we would have. I grieve the life that we were planning towards. I grieve the life that I will never be able to have. Because we never got to have that conversation. But, and I'm blessed, and he's blessed, because he too curated his friends. 3 days after we had scattered his ashes, his friends, when I was telling them what I was going to say to him, one of his friends who knew the full story, knew our whole history, he said, "Girl, it was always you."
Oh, wow. Even for him, it was always you.
He was always my benchmark. I just didn't get a chance to tell him the way I needed to tell him. So yeah. It's not right, it's not wrong, it just is.
Yeah. How do you go about living life with this void in your heart? Or can I call it a void?
It is. It's not a void. I actually no, I don't. When you say the word void, it doesn't resonate with that energy. The energy is this cloud that I get to sit on. You know, and thank you, love. And 1 second of clearing up our faces and snotting. That song is Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. No, it's Tears Get Down My Snort. Okay. It's this fluffy pillow.
Yeah.
That I always get to hug.
Yeah.
That I always get to hug whenever I'm in that space. I get to just I go back to the memories. And sometimes it's okay that memories are all we have.
Yeah.
It's not right, it's not wrong, it just is. How do I deal with the pain? People always say time heals all wounds.
Does it? Does it really?
Time teaches you how to carry it. So this is my analogy of a hole love in your heart.
Yeah.
So you imagine
a hole?
Imagine this.
Yeah.
So this is your heart, right?
The radio.
Yeah, the radio, this space. Use this space as the heart. So imagine now you have this. This is a hole.
Yeah.
So imagine this being the hole of my loss.
Yeah.
Right? And because it's a hole, the edge is very sharp, right?
Yeah.
So what can I do? My life experiences and the memories I take and I pin them around that edge so that edge softens. I decorate it with life experiences. I decorate it with memories. I decorate it with whatever I can decorate it with. And after a while, that hole is no longer a painful memory. It is something that I can hold on to and carry on. And then another hole comes up. And what do I do with that? I do the same thing. So time doesn't heal all wounds. Time teaches you how to carry them better.
Do you mind answering some questions from our listeners?
Go for it.
I feel like a lot of people are still like lost in love, like struggling in love and trying to figure out what it's supposed to look like. And I feel like with the work that you've done, with the love that you've had and the life that you got to live up till this point, I think it's fair to share that or fair to say that your wisdom is the right person to impart onto these questions. So a couple of questions.
Sure.
How do I let go of someone who never gave me closure?
Ask the question.
Ask who?
Yourself.
Oh.
Why do I need closure? What do I need from that person? And we need closure from everything, but what is it that we need? Do we actually need for them to say, I'm sorry? No. We need to acknowledge what we needed at the time.
Yeah.
And that's why people always say you need closure. Closure is this newfangled thing that again, is it right? Is it wrong? It just is. Some people do need it. And yes, you can. But are you ready to hear the reasons for why certain things happened? Did you deal with your part to play in that situation? Did you ask yourself why you responded that way? Why you dealt with it that way? Why you said the things that you said? I'm very grateful that I'm still very close to one of my exes, and anytime a memory comes to me that I feel like, oh crap, I shouldn't have said that, I'd actually text her and I'd be like, hey love, did I say this? Ayo, when I said this, and I love it because both of us have elephant memory. So I'm like, when this happened, and I said this, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was saying it like this. Is that how you heard it? And she'll respond and she'll say like, no, this is how I heard it. But I knew that you were coming from this place. And because both of us have been doing our shadow work, and by shadow work with me, shadow work is basically the work that you do by yourself behind a closed door. That work, dig really deep, find that thread and start pulling on it until you get to the knot at the end of that thread to find out why you say certain things and you do certain things, right? And if you can do that, and it starts slow, it's not an overnight thing. I'm still learning. I don't have all the experiences in life. If you can do that, you'll realize that the closure you need is you understanding yourself.
Not from that person. Never from that person. I mean, if it comes.
Yeah, sure. It's also, closure is also you realizing that they didn't do it to hurt you.
And also sometimes the closure may not even be what you think you need. May not be what you want to hear and making you feel worse than before getting that closure.
Because what you wanted at the time of the breakup and what you need, wants and needs are two very different things. So a lot of people say, I want this, I want da 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 da. But is that what you need?
Yeah.
You need to ask that question. And that only works if you tepuk dada and tanya your own selera.
Yeah.
You know, you have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What about this person? I keep falling for people who don't choose me back. Am I the problem?
Did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lesson? Why do you keep going back to the same situation? Because that's the only situation you want to know. It's the only one you are comfortable with. It's your comfort zone. But growth comes from discomfort and going out of your box. At one point in time, I started looking for people that I'm not physically attracted with, and for, whatever.
Yeah.
And I learned something about myself. That's how I discovered your package does not mean, and by package I mean your skin, means nothing to me. What means everything to me is what's between your ears, not what's between your legs. That never matters. What's between your ears, however, that is where that's my love language. That's my jam.
Yeah.
So understanding that, did you ask the questions? Did you learn? If you're in the same situation over and over again, it's because you haven't asked the questions. Why am I here? Is it because this makes me comfortable? Is it because this is what I've known my entire life?
Yeah. This is what's familiar.
This is familiar.
Therefore, I gravitate towards it every single time.
Every single time. The unfamiliar is where growth happens. Yeah. The unfamiliar is where life experiences happen.
So sometimes if you're going through something so difficult, so uncomfortable, it may not always be a bad thing. It could be good because you are growing.
100%. It's like when you travel. You can travel with a complete itinerary marked down by minute.
Yeah.
Or you can just have one goal. I want to do something I've never done before. Yeah. Walk out wherever you're living and just follow your nose, follow your senses, follow where you feel. Oh, that looks like a pretty street. Let's walk that way.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Fun times. I always ask my guests 3 questions before they go. You ready? First question. What are you currently head over heels for?
Writing again.
You are a brilliant storyteller.
Just writing. Yeah, but I've feared it for a very long time because of the narratives that other people put in my mind in my 20s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I've only heard that. Like, you're not good enough to do this. You're not good enough to do that. And I've written, but I didn't sit down and complete the process. So I think now, I'm not even going to say that word, but I'm decluttering my space and my head and my heart. And just letting go of, or as the children today say, is it even still a thing, Marie Kondoing?
No, we don't do that anymore.
Exactly, because I'm like, again, trends, right? But I'm going old school and like, no, I want my space back. Take and go.
You know what? I need to really declutter my space. Like every time I look at my dining table. I can't put a plate on it because it's filled with all my stuff. So thank you for the reminder.
No, I learned something new. I really like this. I came across this video and I was like, is it overwhelming? And I'm like, yes, I don't know what to do. And they said, start with 1 square. And the moment that video like broke it down to that simple, right? Yeah, I can do 1 square.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 1 square.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
10 minutes. So
Yeah.
put timer on.
Yeah. One space at a
That's it.
time.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Love.
Yeah.
Second question. I feel like you've already kind of shared this throughout the episode, but I'll ask anyway. Best or worst advice you've ever received in your lifetime?
Oh, lots.
You can pick either one or both.
Best advice would probably be sit in your sandbox.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was so good.
I mean, I really like that kindergarten analogy. Which when my dad said it to me, I thought it was
Brilliant.
the stupidest thing on the face of the planet. I'm like, look, you don't know anything. But I'm glad I went with it.
Yeah.
And he just laughed at me, and he allowed me to just sit in it literally. And yes, that's got to be the best. And worst. Worst would be, it's a combination of a few things, which is study what's out there and figure out what you want to be from that. It's a double-pronged bit of advice. They weren't wrong, but they weren't entirely right either. They weren't wrong in that in order for us to be, how do you start learning anything, right? Even as a baby, you learn by mimicking.
Yeah.
And the only way we can learn is by mimicking. But I like it a little bit different, which is learn the rules so you know how to break the rules. But you need to learn the rules, which is not just rule 1 and 2 and 3. No, it's rule 1.16, 1.125, 1.160. You need to learn all of those and the sub rules. And then you learn how to break it.
Or bend the rules.
Or bend it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last question.
Sure.
If you could be remembered for one thing and one thing only, beyond money, beyond success, and beyond your work, what would it be?
To the people that I know best, my inner circle, I want to be remembered for my hugs.
Your hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got great hugs.
That's something I like. Like I don't do hugs in the just a tap tap. I don't like that. I call that out. I'm like, no. If you're going to hug someone, which is why I'm very particular with my personal space.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hug the whole world. If I don't know you, I generally don't hug.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't know you. I don't know your energy, right? And a hug is a full body thing for me. Yeah. And I like some of my friends who, and these are very, very old friends, right? Who are now married and have wives of their own and stuff like this. But because they know who I am and they know what kind of person I am, I love the fact that they know I'm coming in for a hug and I'm not even conscious of it because I've known them for donkey's years, right? They will go, they will open their hands and take the hug and then they'll go, is that my friend? Huh? Is that my friend? There's nothing there. Huh? They'll just say it out loud because they don't want that misconception and all that, right? And then they say, this one's like my sister. Okay, shut up, all of y'all. But then the people around me will notice that I do it to their wives too. So they're like,
that's very her.
You know, in that sense, that's me. That's a very silly thing. But professionally, the stories.
Your stories. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can already tell that this episode will be well loved by so many people, I think.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Elvira, you have been so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. Like just giving us this time of yours. I know it's so precious, but thank you. Thank you for your stories. I learned so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Oh my goodness. Keep doing what you do. We love it.
You too. Keep asking the heavy questions.
Thank you. It's so hard sometimes. I feel like giving up some days, but
we all do. I've been there. This month I felt that as well.
But you gave me that push again.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. Good. And with that, like I always say, don't forget to fall head over heels for yourself first and always and ask the question.
Ask the question.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Head over heels.